don't invest in crypto, guys. You're gonna get robbed, okay? Just let me preface it by saying that. Now, the Trump administration is continuing to hand out cookies to the crypto lobbyists, and they have been a powerhouse when it comes to money in politics in Washington, D.C. Now, the crypto industry has gotten a major gift from Trump's administration. On Monday, for example, the New York Times reported that the SEC is moving to take the cops off the crypto beat. Specifically, the SEC will be scaling back a 50-person crypto task force that was actually created in 2017 under Donald Trump, okay? That was back when Donald Trump was honest about the crypto grift, about the crypto scams, and was actually doing the right thing in regard to crypto. But he has now realized that he can get in on the crypto grift, and so he is now not in favor of the task force that his administration formed in the first term. The task force grew much larger during the Biden administration under the watch of then SEC Chair Gary Gensler. Now, a recent tally shows the SEC's crypto enforcement unit brought more than 100 crypto-related actions during the Biden administration. And we're talking about all sorts of scams that victimized innocent people, pump and dump schemes, things like that. So here's one specific example of someone who got moved. So George Tenrio, who oversaw several lawsuits against crypto exchanges, was moved into the SEC's Office for Information Technology. The Wall Street Journal described that new role as maintaining the agency's computer system. So there's really no policing happening when it comes to crypto scams, which is what he was initially doing. And it's worth noting that Tenrio began his work on the crypto task force in the first Trump administration. Now it seems he's persona non grata in Trump's second term. And it isn't just the Trump administration that's taking action against some of the members of the Biden era crypto task force. So the crypto companies themselves have taken an oath of vengeance against anyone involved with that branch, that regulatory branch of the SEC. Brian Armstrong, the chief executive of Coinbase, said on social media that his company would not work with law firms that hired senior SEC officials who had been involved in the crypto crackdown. I mean, guys, I'll give you another example, like the Hawk Tuah girl, right? She was involved in a crypto pump and dump scheme. A bunch of her fans ended up getting scammed. And so what should happen? Should we just not have any cop on the beat and allow people to get scammed by influencers like that? That's crazy. Gensler, who left the SEC the day Trump was inaugurated, joined the faculty of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. After the announcement, Tyler Winklevoss, one of the founders of the Gemini crypto exchange, said his company would not hire any MIT graduates, even as interns. So they're essentially retaliating against the former cops on the beat for daring to hold crypto accountable when scams occur, when illegality is obvious and is victimizing Americans. Cenk.
Yeah, this is defunding the police on a mass scale. So now there's no cops at all on this beat. 50 agents moved off. So if you think there won't be more crime when there are less cops or almost no cops, you don't live on this planet. They're gonna go nuts. These guys had already exposed 80 fraudulent and unregistered crypto scams. So now crypto scams are going to multiply at great rate. By the way, look, I know that a lot of people who are in Bitcoin and crypto, et cetera, there's folks in there that are sophisticated. Well, the guys at the very top are very sophisticated. And those are the guys who are gonna make an unbelievable amount of money. But in order to make that money, as Anna said in the beginning, they need you guys to believe. They need you to put your money in at the bottom of the pyramid, right? And the other thing they need is no cops. Because if there's cops, then they'll protect the bottom of the pyramid. That's the job of the government. Core job is to protect us. Firefighters, military, police. and this is a form of police, so you are not robbed. Now there are no more police. Good luck to you, you're gonna need it. And so somebody online, when I pointed this out, said, well, then don't go into crypto. Oh, trust me, I won't, right? But look, if they do anything that I suspect that they will, I mean, look, guys, there's natural inevitabilities. Humans are greedy. If there's no one to check them, people with tons of power in a very murky industry to begin with that is incredibly technical, you think that some of them won't try to rob you? They won't try to rob the bottom of the pyramid, the average guy who believed in crypto? And you think that with no one to guard over the hen house, they're not gonna be able to rob you? Those incredibly sophisticated guys that are at the top? Man, you gotta be awfully naive to believe those things. And do you think it's a coincidence that the crypto guys put in tons of money into politics and Donald Trump, and then as soon as they get in office, they're like, okay, make sure the first priority, first SEC, get those crypto cops out of here, out of here. Why would you want if you're running a real business in crypto, why would you want the cops to leave? You don't want the cops to protect your store and make sure everybody knew that it was trustworthy and safe. Unless you're not running the store, you're the robber. So, okay, brace for impact, buckle up. And once they take a ton of money, there's going to be enormous anger. And don't say we didn't warn you guys. This is us. Look, I'm not in crypto, Anna's not in crypto. And you could say we don't get it and it's all you, blah, blah, blah. You can say anything you like, okay? But remember that we tried to help you. We weren't trying to hurt you, we were trying to help you, saying free markets need regulators. Otherwise, bad guys come in, take over, and do terrible things. It's Adam Smith explained that the regulators are absolutely necessary in order for capitalism to work. When you take these guys out, it's going to be a disaster. I don't know what the Winklevoss guys are up to. I can't say their names. Anyway, what's the singular of twin? Twink? I don't know. So this Winklevoss Twy, he comes in and look at how punitive he is, right? Gary Gensler is actually one of the best regulators of our lifetime. And he used to be on Wall Street. He turned around and he's proven himself 100 times over. And they're so mad at him for daring to have any police on the beat. They're like, he went to MIT, that's it, we're punishing anyone who goes to MIT. They're trying to send a message. If you are in any way try to be a cop on this crypto beat, we'll ruin your life forever. We'll make sure that if you go to a law firm, you go to a corporation, even if you go to a university, there will be consequences for those places, so none of them will want to hire you. So that's how vindictive these guys are. I don't know what they're planning, I have no idea, but I would be shocked if it wasn't disastrous.
I mean, they poured over $119 million into the 2024 presidential election, or 2024 elections period. There are now over 300 members of Congress who are pro-crypto because they've been paid to be. And so,
including a lot of Democrats, by the way.
Yes. Kirsten Gillibrand, a Democratic senator, is one of the big, preachers in favor of crypto because she's paid to be. Okay, she's super corrupt, and so understand that the crypto industry isn't going to pour hundreds of millions of dollars into campaign coffers unless they're expecting to make a lot more money off scamming people. And that is likely gonna happen. And so all we can do at this point, because there are no cops on the beat intentionally, is just warn anyone in our audience who's ever tempted to get in on a big crypto deal, don't do it. Just be smart, proceed with caution, protect yourself. You have to be an advocate for yourself in a situation in which no one in the federal government is really looking out for you.
Yeah, last things here. Look, I get it, guys. Maybe you put money in earlier and they haven't pulled the card that collapsed the house of cards, and then you got out and you made money. Great, I'm super happy for you, right? And I'm not just blithely saying that, I get it. But you got to get out before the pyramid scheme collapses. And so I know some of it might not, look, I'm not saying it's all a scam. And I'm just saying that you would have a lot more peace of mind that it's not a scam if there were some cops on the beat, right? And finally, the most important part is that commenter that I mentioned earlier. At the end of the day, he's right. If you went into crypto and then you got crushed by the guys at the top, and then you're surprised, oh, the people at the top didn't have my best interest in mind. They had their best interest in mind. Well, hey, it's a big city. It's it's a free market. It's a free world. And I'm not in it. You're in it. That's your business, not my business, right? But the minute they touch the federal government at all and start talking about, oh, these should be insured by the American taxpayers.
No way.
No way.
No way. We're not bailing out the crypto industry. I mean, that's what sane people would say, but if crypto is willing to bribe our politicians, who knows what they'd be willing to do.
Yeah, no, then you're gonna see a rage in this country you've never seen before. Because if you make us pay for their potential robbery, no, a million times no. So hey, they haven't done anything yet. Let's see how it goes. And I know I'm not messing around with that, but if they try any kind of bailout, any kind of insurance, any kind of government backing their nonsense scams, the rage will not be contained to the left or the middle. And especially if you rob the people on the right wing who's doing crypto a lot more, their rage will be dangerous. So to me, this is an ominous sign for what's to come.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. We really appreciate it, guys. And we appreciate it if you become members, because that allows us to be independent, honest, progressive, all the things that you don't get from corporate media. And all of that is because of you guys. Hit the join button below and become one of us, become a Young Turk.